Hey Taurus, it's Caleb's Tarot. Hope you guys are well. Just make sure that everything's in view. Let's do your second half of October love reads. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus. 15th to 31st of October 2019. Love for Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Taurus. Right. Get these right. Good shuffle. Love for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising. Last half October. Okie dokie. So up first, you guys have got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Damn it. You've either been shut down or you've shut someone down. And the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Ouch. Moving on, Eight of Swords. Centre of your reading is the Five of Wands. And the Sun. Six of Wands. Sorry, I had a bit of a bubble in my throat then. Four of Swords reversed. And the Page of Wands reversed. If you guys are waiting for an apology from someone, or maybe you're the one that needs to apologise, whichever way it goes, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. It seems like this is someone in particular that you're dealing with or have been dealing with, and it's bothering you very much during this period. Let's get your oracles out. Taurus. I will clarify this, by the way, you guys. Right. So let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. I have children. Love life is affected by children. And also have is safe for you to love. Okay, let me just get my activation cards if I can grab them and throw a couple of these out into the mix as well. So priorities, not surprising the slightest to see that for a Taurian. One more please for Taurus. And harmony. So I will clarify it, but I'm just going to read it right off the bat, you guys. So this top row really is sort of your recent past, what you're coming into this period of energy-wise with. Middle row is where we're at during the time frame, and the bottom row is what's going to happen as a result of the rest. So clearly we've got some vulnerability regarding somebody here, okay? Maybe there's been no communication, maybe there's been a blockage of some sort. For some of you, you've not been able to say what you need to say to someone. And, I have this sort of, no, we're just going to let it go. We're going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Whether it's for good or bad, I think it's vulnerability that's stopping you from voicing something to someone here. I will clarify it, but as I'm reading the energy, it doesn't feel... I know that we have this as conflict, and yes, conflict is definitely going to probably occur as a result, but I don't feel like this is negative in any way, shape, or form. So this could be just, you've got to say something to someone and you're not saying it for fear it's going to make you seem vulnerable. And maybe you have let it go and tried to allow it to unfold naturally. And I'm starting to wonder, is that the best course of action? So moving on to the now, very much mentally entrapped, which ends up in probably some sort of conflict or argument. Whatever it is that you're not saying is causing issues, clearly. And I think the Sun really is, we need that open, honest conversation here with someone, clearly. So moving on to the bottom row. You can't let it go. And someone may have to, whether it's you or them, someone may have to apologise for something here. And I think that the Six of Wands is that recognition for doing the right thing. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to use my Harmony Tarot deck to clarify for this. We've got the Harmony card. I'm wondering if that's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge for me to use this deck. It's usually how this goes. Spirit works in mysterious ways, you guys. If they'll shuffle properly. All right. Clarification for Taurus. Clarification for Taurus. Okay. All right, 2 up the top, 10 of Swords and Justice reversed. You're not doing the right thing. Don't get me wrong, healing. 10s in the upright are always healing. Yes, that's a good thing. But just in the reverse, we're not quite doing the right thing all round. You've done the right thing by letting it go, whatever issue you had or whatever, problem you had with a specific person. But the fact that you're not voicing it, maybe you need to tell someone how you feel for good or for bad. If they've really hurt you, do you need to confront them? If you've really hurt them, do you need to apologize? Whichever way it goes, something's not being said here, and it needs to correct this situation. So I've got the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So it's a lot of it's fragile, isn't it? Whatever this is that needs to be, I'm just going to read it from Taurian's perspective. If the shoe is on the other foot, especially for the cross watchers, then fair enough. But I'm just going to read this from Taurian's perspective. You're not coming out with it for fear that it's going to make either a relationship or someone in particular, it's going to make it fragile. Whatever's locked up is no, we can't really do that. It's fragile. It's fragile. Maybe you're feeling fragile and vulnerable at the moment. Thing is, I've got the Magician with that sun. You can manifest whatever you want. You can turn the situation around for the better if you just open up. And I've got the Children card. This will be one of two things. For some of you, this is a baby mama, baby dada issue. Maybe you need to be asking for an apology and you're not getting it. Maybe you need to issue an apology and you're not. Whichever way it goes, this situation could totally be turned around for the better if one of you gets thy head out of thy arse. Too much pride in the way. Too much conflict. And this could so easily be sorted out. And also boundaries. Someone's not got any boundaries. There's a line and someone keeps crossing it. And it's like, you need to, whether it's you or them, we need to be saying it's this way or it's that way. Something needs to happen. Look, we're still at this frigging crossroads. If we do this, that might happen. If we do this, that might happen. And there's too much over-analysing going on here. And it's frustrating. Very frustrating. The Ace of Wands. Well, yeah, where there is no apology being offered or olive branch being offered, one needs to be offered. That's really what Spirit's saying there. Someone needs to sort of speak up. Speak up. The Hierophant. If this is a personal relationship here with someone, I'm going to have to read this from 2 different angles because it's really 2 different messages. Okay, so let's start with the baby mama, baby dada issue. We can commit to co-parenting, but both sides of this need boundaries that are not to be crossed. Both sides of this need to waive vulnerability and voice opinion, obviously away from the kids. And also, if an apology needs to be issued, do it. If it keeps the peace. Maybe both of you have said or done things that you don't necessarily mean to affect the kids, but maybe it has. Or maybe Spirit's trying to tell you it's gonna if you don't nip this in the bud right now. So that's sort of one side to this. The other side to this is obviously for the single Taurians. Clearly, you're dealing with someone here where it's been a little bit of a rocky ride, and maybe you've tried to have a level of control over the situation so that it doesn't either cross a line or doesn't cross a line when you're not ready. I feel like you may have exercised too much control here, and it may have affected the other person to the point that they are just pissed off. And I think that moving forward, it's about, you know what, I'm sorry for being like that. I wasn't sure, blah, blah, blah. Make your reasons or even excuse. I don't think it matters at this point. Childish behaviour's got to stop. This tension, this conflict has got to stop. And this is more about manifesting something that you clearly want. whatever this blockage is that was stopping you from maybe making an ultimate decision, whatever this blockage is, maybe you thought it was too fragile, maybe you tried to keep it at, you know, at arm's length in some way. For some of you, it may have been even a friend zone kind of thing. It's about the time is coming to make a decision before you probably lose this person. I can't really spell it out much more than that. The indecision is way too thick. It's way too, I can explain it. It's not harmony. It's not harmonic, is it? It's not, is it? And I think that some of you just need to really sort of understand here that I get it. Taurians don't like to rush anything. They don't. But at the same time, waiting too long is you're going to probably find out that you lose someone here. Bad timing written all over this with that Wheel of Fortune. So yes, we have managed to heal from a lot of bullshit in the past, but there's just for the single Taurian, there's still one person or two. Well, there is still this person here that seems to sort of have really bothered you. It's like you don't want to sort of do this, but then again, you don't want to lose them either. And it's indecision. Do I do this or do I not? Do I do this or do I not? And you're very much in your head, and it's going to cause conflict left, right, and centre if you don't make a decision. You either walk away because it's not right, or you manifest it, which you totally can. You totally can, and you would be happy as well. And I've got commitment in the not so distant future if you want it. And because it's there, and it's your card, I'm assuming that you're the one that's got to feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with are quite sort of happy to go with whatever. So I think it's you that needs to make the decision and stop resting on your laurels for too long. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not saying you have to rush. You know, I think if this is somebody who's only been in the frame for a few months, I think you ought to at least let them know where they stand, i.e., you know, you are keeping them at arm's length, but it's for good reason. You need to be sure. If it's someone who's been around for a few years, yeah, this person's pissed off, and you're going to have to let them know one way or another. So you're going to have to, like I say, the decision's got to be made. We either move forward with it or not. And, you know, I feel like that's why the priorities cards came out, because if this person is a priority to you, then you should treat them as such. Harmony is there to be had in this situation. You've got to make a decision. Do you know what I've been watching on Netflix just lately? The Good Place. I don't know if anybody's seen it, and it's got what's her face in it? Who that does the voice on Frozen? I forgot her bloody name. But yeah, she's in it. That blonde one, and Ted Danson's in it as well. But there's a character on there called Cheaty, and I watch that program, and I do sometimes see if I can guess like what a character's sun sign is. It's just a fun game I play for myself, you know, being spiritual. I suppose I'm supposed to do that shit, aren't I? But yeah, and I swear down that guy is Taurian. It's Taurian because he's so indecisive. And, you know, if I had to liken a Taurian to anybody in the world, it'd be that character in The Good Place, Cheaty, whatever it is. Seriously, you guys should watch it, though. It's totally cool. It's so funny. And they've just released new episodes as well. But, yeah, indecision's not your best virtue at this time, because someone's getting fed up. So make a decision. Either let them go and move on, or do something about it. It's actually not that hard a decision. It really isn't. And like I say, if this is just someone who's been around for a few months, again, you're not too sure, at least let them know why you're keeping them at arm's length. At least be that clear with them. Look, you know, I like you a lot. We've gotten to know each other, but, you know, I have to have a level of control over this because I don't want to get hurt again. So, you know, if you can cope with me being a little bit indecisive at the minute, but at least let this person know where they stand. And I'll reiterate again, if this person's been around for a few years, they're pissed off. Very much so. They want a decision. So either make it or break it, Taurus. It's simple as that. Make it or break it. I'm going to have to leave that there, you guys. For anyone's personal reading, feel free to email me. I do have offers on until Monday next week. So I've got offers on until the 14th. You can get a 30-minute reading for just 20 quid, £20, which is normally 28. So email me if you want that offer, or you can have the full hour. It's usually 50 and I'm letting it go for 40 just until Monday. So if anyone wants that, shoot me up an email and I will get you guys booked in. You can have it live or pre-recorded because I've got WhatsApp, Skype, Facebook Messenger. In fact, any video messaging service you can think of, I've got it. But anywho, I'll leave it there, you guys, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye for now.